So welcome everyone. I've obviously excuse me if I'm a bit quieter. I'm just in a spa slash leisure center. Dollars flying. I was expecting a little bit of a pullback. We're currently in euro here. I liked how well this level was holding. We obviously drove down into it, drove up, come back in, drove down through and had a nice push up. So I think my entry was a little bit low. It was probably about here. I've kept stops very tight here, so it's not the end of the world if we hit, stop loss. But yeah, let's wait and see how this one pans out. Dollar, right? Let's go through dollar. So it's absolutely flying, right? I think anyone can agree here. Dollar is going crazy. We've got obviously yields, they were down 0.3% this morning, now up nearly 1%. We've got the stock market about break even. So let's obviously wait and see how this one kind of pans out. Um, so yeah, but cannot believe how well they are trending here, and dollar's a powerhouse. I could have bet my lot of money that dollar was going to be around in this area here before it's making this move. But yeah, just continuing to go from strength to strength. So optimism is pretty high, at the moment. So maybe there's a slight error on Euro USD. Yeah, it was. But USD CAD this morning we obviously caught this move here. We came out of that. I'm currently monitoring CAD as well. I like this push up here. We've already had one rejection, but we do need to be careful. I've been caught on the dollar this afternoon once. I don't particularly want to get caught twice. So we obviously have to wait and see what what happens here. But yeah, I do like the look of USD CAD, Euro. Potential. If this pops up, we might have just been ever so slightly early. Gold here, I can't see gold pushing down much lower. I mean, I know on the 15 minute, this is an epic head and shoulders here. You've obviously got the Asian high, which is tested, rejected, but there is a reason. Look how much dollars pumping and why gold has not followed it. All right, gold should be trading right down here, but it's not. It's holding up. It's 1% up for today. So there is a reason behind it. People are still holding steady on gold here. So I'm just gonna wait and see, obviously, what happens here. Euro, I'm gonna uh, keep keep an eye on too. Um, let's have a look at yen. Yeah, called obviously this move earlier, just didn't quite come back into our area of entry here. I would have liked it to have come back into this area here. We are a few pips off that. So there we go. These things happen. Um, all in all, a hell of a lot more. Euro JPY, yen apart from CAD is the weakest pair if we grade our pairs up, right? For those of you who haven't hopped on a live before, one thing that will really help you is is grading your pairs up. So let's grade them from start to finish. There we go. So top of the bag, got NZD. Then we have got that. Actually, let's go back few ticks here. Let's leave this one here because then we can relate. So this was this morning, right? Now we're going to do strength of pairs this afternoon. So we've still got NZD at the top. We've got GBP next. We've got USD. We've got AUD. We've got Swiss. We've got Euro. We've got Yen, very closely followed by CAD. All right, so these are our strongest to weakest pairs. Swiss has dropped down a few ticks from this morning. Aussie's where it is. US dollar as well climbing up. This could potentially be up there. But by the end of today, we've got really annoying this because I know what's going to happen now. I'm going to monitor this. We might have a re-entry I'd much rather enter Euro USD than I would CAD. Because obviously CAD is one of the weakest pairs. However, we obviously might. I do like this also. Very, very similar to this morning. We caught this nice move here, come out here, and then obviously it tanked up. And then obviously could potentially do exactly the same thing. We're only expecting it to come into this area, so that's still on my cards. Pound pretty strong. I like that it's broken out of here. I'd like a nice, probably a push up and a retest is what I'll be looking for here. Um, so let's wait and see what we do here. Euro, look at that. Perfect. Rejection. We've also got the daily low here. So it might potentially be looking to hop on this again. I'll come back to you in a minute. USD CAD, obviously rejecting from this area. Pound potential buy. We're just going to fix this one up, but we're not going to enter, but we'll just fix this one up here. Potentially something like this. Let's go for about 7 pip stop. I'm keeping stops tight because we do have some news coming out in about an hour. Gold, what do I want gold to do really? It's really, really messy. Everything's kind of pointing to the downside, but there is a reason why it's 1% up. I'd probably actually like gold to come in and test this area here. And then if it's going to push higher, push higher. But I actually think what's going to end up happening is they're going to be stuck in this kind of consolidation here for a bit. That's what I would imagine is going to happen. But see, look at that. Nice. Two rejections there. Pound, euro. Yeah, potentially one more retest down into this area, and I might re-enter here. Uh, Let's wait and see. Like I'd said, yen, I'm going to stay away from just because it's overall it's very, very weak. Um, GBP AD, Euro AD, obviously Aussie's strengthened up a bit. If you went on the live earlier, it's strengthened up because of good Chinese data. Obviously, Australia is a key trade partner with China, and so obviously that has influenced a nice boost here. Mm. So I think we're on to dollar pairs only. Mm. But it's not looking great. So we'll wait and see. I'd still like euro. Maybe stops were a bit too tight there. Maybe should have been 10 pips, but it is what it is. We'll wait and see. Potentially, if we get a refresh down, let's just watch how this next 5 minute candle opens. I got the worst smoothie ever here. Pineapple, mango, and orange. It's the orange which is giving it this really weird aftertaste. Um, so let's wait and see. It, even if this pumps up, I'll still be happy. But we're just waiting for this move here. So entry would be rather than there, entry would be around this area here. That'll be an ideal kind of entry, but I want this previous daily low to break. Dollar, sorry, gold, dollar, dollar. If you look at this as in all time highs, yes, it's broken pretty well. Um, Euro dropped slightly. Pound do like that. But I don't like this one here. Aussie, yeah, I'm not interested. CAD I like, but I want one more big spike up. We've obviously how we've got to describe the price action. We obviously had our consolidation. What's this? A build up of orders. We then had our liquidity grab here, and then it's driven down straight through it. This wasn't the big move here. We then come straight back up to grab a bit more. And then could this be the last grab before we see a nice drop here? CAD's been hit pretty hard. Just need one more tap anywhere in this area, and then USD CAD would be one on the cards here. So let's wait and see. I'm going to put this in the inner circle. So just bear with me 2 minutes because it takes me a little while. This is obviously how long it takes to put a trade into the inner circle. It doesn't take long, but let's do it now. So USD CAD. So there we go. Perfect. Here we go. Let's wait and see how that one looks. GBP, Euro climbing. This is nice, this. So could potentially have extend our entry. I'm going to re-go for this one. Stop's not quite so long. We're going to have a nice, again, nice tight stop. Doesn't really make that much of a difference. We'll go for about 7 pips. And we'll just hold on this for the next 2.5 minutes. Can I pad it out, guys? Well, obviously, gold, we've got the Asian high here. So expecting this to, we want to see what happens. Normally a nice break, and then it should act as support into potentially this area here. So leave that there. Let's just monitor these. So we've got Euro, we've got Aussie, got NZD I don't like, GBP. I do like it, but we'll have to wait and see. What's your take on? Sorry, I'm just reading the chat. Like I said, excuse me if I'm speaking quietly today, not sounding very enthusiastic. I'm in yeah the sports club, so I've got to be a bit quiet. Right, this is what I was expecting here, but let's wait and see. Hopefully, we get a nice dive down here, and then we can re-enter. That's what we're looking for here. The gold, nice break here. Could we see a continuation? Are we going to see dollar start to tank? That's what I was expecting. I just had my stops a little bit too tight. It's good to know that we've got the direction correct. So I'm actually interested in USD CAD, GBP USD. I'm going to put this in as well. And Euro USD, I'm going to put that back in. So let me just put this in here. There we go. So just putting this into the inner circle, GBP USD. There we go. That's that on there. Let's wait and see. And then obviously we've got Euro. Euro's really irritated me. You know, when you're stopped out by 3 pips and then it starts going your direction. Mm. So much it's irritated me. Gold, breaking above, breaking above. I've managed to pad it out for 2.5. USD CAD I like. Euro. Euro I'd like to dive down into this area here. We got 2 seconds left. Let's wait and see. I'm just going to get ready here and then we can wait and see. Let's wait and see. Pound, CAD. Do like CAD. I really like it. Pound's starting to pump. Euro as well, starting to pump. Yeah, when sorry, Elizabeth put, aren't these trades going on the copier, the ones you put in the inner circle? Yes, they are, but obviously like this one here, you've got to obviously wait for it to pull back and obviously hit into that area. So that's obviously where I would be entering. You know, I'm not interested. It was a bit like GBPJPY. We put this trade in, we put this trade in here. We were obviously waiting for it to come back into this area. You've got to be very, very strict. If it doesn't come back into your area, you do not enter. Right? That's the rules of it, because otherwise, yeah, you end up chasing it and trying to make things happen. I really like USD CAD. I'm going to enter it. USD CAD. There we go. Like it. It's one I've been monitoring, so I can't, um, not enter it. Perfecto. There we go. Right. Just put everything in. 31. Do you know what, guys? It's really hard to try and speak quietly. I hate it 'cause I'm normally quite a loud speaker anyway. 41173. 1173. There we go. So that's what we're looking at here. Called it here. So let's have a look at gold now as well for everyone. So gold has broken through Asia. I would be, if you wanted to take a bit of a risk here, 5 minute candle needs to break this one and then a nice retest of the Asian high, and then we should see this area here get targeted if we're going to get a weaker dollar. So euros, God, look at that. Isn't that irritating, guys? Isn't that the most irritating thing you've ever seen in your whole life? I hate that. When you keep your stops nice and tight and then it just goes in your direction. Wow. USD CAD, look at that, guys. That's what we're talking about here. Reaction, epic. Very nice. Let's wait and see how this one pans out. Can you see how price action has acted here? So we've got our consolidation, all right? Very, very similar to here. We've obviously had our push up, smaller, solid, sorry, push up here, rejection into this area, another drive out. All this is doing is grabbing all of this liquidity here, yeah, driving it into this area here. All right, and then we've obviously had our fake out, our final push, drop down, retest, and then off we go. And then we've had push. This is the previous daily high, so we reacted off of that. We did take profit here, and then we've had this consolidation here, pushed up. So it's grabbed all of this money here, come back down, come back one more time to put in some proper orders. Hopefully, we're going to see this drive down into this area here, minimum. Then obviously that will make up for euro that we just got absolutely bummed on. Look at that. Our entry was like here. This is annoying, man. Really annoying. But anyway, USD CAD, CAD could see a bit more consolidation here. I know it's overweight, but it's the only one that interests me. So got gold here. What I would be looking for is a test down of this Asian high, a little bit like it's gonna do, and then a pump up. That's what I'd be looking for. A little bit of a test of the Asian high, and then a nice pump up. Let's wait and see. Let's wait and see. Watch here. A little bit of a test. Oh, delete that. I mean, this is a high risk trade here, just to warn everyone. So a little bit of a test of this area, like it is, and then a pump up. And then we should minimum see this area here get targeted. Minimum. That's what I'd like to see. But obviously have to wait and see what happens here. And then we can hop on this as and when we want to. Let's wait and see. Nice little tap there. And then we should get a nice little pump. But I'm gonna hold it off here. guys, hopefully all of you new guys, if you've enjoyed it, drop us a message. And yeah, I'll keep the inner circle updated as to what we're going to do, where we're going to enter, and why. So have a good one, everyone. Look at this reaction of gold here. Very, very nice. Right, have a good one. Have a good one.